And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our final segment of episode 224 of the Splashcast, Monday
No,
Night
no,
Raw,
no, 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 no. Tell us. You was kicking
the
and laughing.
basketball segment. I do love that. I ain't gonna say I love it, but this is kind of we're winding down. We're getting the baseball season, getting towards the off season of all the other major sports, and shows are going to be a lot shorter. Now we 49 minutes in. Normally we just getting started over here. 49 minutes in, but
now you might get 49 minutes of basketball too.
So you're gonna get it, but normally we'd be at 3 hours.
You're right.
What was I laughing at? I scrolled. So we have a friend group, and there's two things that I laughed at. One was, I don't care if y'all don't like it, it's not sports related. A white woman gave birth to a black baby and accuses the husband of having an affair with a black woman, and that's how she had a black baby.
Punnett squares, baby. 10th grade science. But y'all don't believe in science anyway. Y'all believe in science anyway, so don't matter.
And then the very next thing that we read was quadruple amputee pro cornhole player. Let's just stop there. Quadruple amputee pro cornhole player. Now, amputate means cut off, right? I'm assuming
Correct.
Quadruple means they cut off all 4 limbs. Now, they could have cut off something else.
Check 2 boxes.
But they cut off all 4 limbs.
Don't do that to that limbs.
Quadruple means no legs, no arms, and he is a professional cornhole player. But that's not the end of the headline. I just wanted to stop there. The end of the headline says is charged with murder in Maryland shooting. I guess I should have said what's we give a warning? Trigger warning. Yeah. A quadruple amputee cornhole champion is now convicted of murder. With no legs.
Maybe you move or run.
No arms.
You know what? I'm not.
I just want to know
if you're not an ableist. I'm not an ableist. Clearly, he can do more than we thought. he been defying the odds. What's up now?
The guy, I know you show up at the pearly gates, and God is just like, bro. I gave you legs and arms. Your opponent had neither.
And a mind for discernment. That's my parents. You got a good brain, son. I know I gave it to you. You just choose not to use it. But thoughts and prayers to all parties involved.
How did he pull the trigger? As I showed the picture of him playing cornhole. I see how he played cornhole.
I'm gonna tell
how
you
did he
one
pull
thing.
The trigger?
I'm not gonna stick around to see him do it again. Fool me once, can't get fooled again.
What is his life gonna be like in jail?
I assume he'll be leaning on the everlasting.
Ragdoll. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, whoa. Hey, yeah, we're gonna move right on to Reggie is a clown, and I am happy to announce it seems
that boy
like
gonna be a pinata.
Yeah. Yo. Pinata is cool.
I'm sorry, y'all. I've been laughing at this for like 10 minutes. Hey, for T's and P's, all those involved. Somebody did lose their life.
The women of the WNBA and the ownership and leadership of the WNBA seem to have come to a resolution and found a happy medium. And it's for the people who are watching, y'all can see now that number one, the minimum salary has gone up from $66,000 to $300,000. The average salary goes up from $120K to $600K. The Supermax goes from $250,000 to $1.4 million, and the salary cap itself goes from $1.5 to $7 million. Realistically, all of this really looks like closer to what a professional league is supposed to look like. A minimum salary of $66,000 is a good salary for
non-athlete.
Very much so. And being an elite athlete getting paid $66,000 seems outrageous, to be completely honest. I'm happy that it seems like they will avoid a lockout. I think that's one of the things that, me and Reggie have reiterated, if not one time, a million times. It's in everybody's best interest to, as soon as possible, ratify this thing. You guys have come off a really big year, the first profitable year, so much, just interest in the league that let's not. No hands is crazy. Kevin, you an asshole too.
I've been
This was great for all parties involved. I'm excited, and I think that this is better. It's still much work to be done, but this is a step in the right direction. One thing missing from here that I really, really like specifically is pregnant players cannot be traded without their approval. And we saw that happen last year. I can't think of the girl's name who got traded while being pregnant. And this is just a bad move. And to put that stipulation, classy move. And
yeah,
I have to say this is a lot of women negotiating against each other. Certain things I think just across the board should be kind of, we're all.
it is a lot of women, but I mean, most of the WNBA teams are owned by NBA.
Yeah, but Kathy, the president,
but she's. I'm not absolving her for anything, but there's also a directive coming to her as well. Now it's up to her to push back.
It's certain things that, as a woman, like that's my thing. As a woman, it's like a black person. It's certain things that, and I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but for some of us, it's like, hey man, go to hell. I'm not putting my name on that. I don't care. And I think that I'm glad that they got it done. I'm glad that that's not a point of contention, but I had to highlight that because that is one of the biggest outside of just the financial compensation, but that stipulation is very important. We are going to move right.
No, because I didn't say anything.
Oh, my bad.
I get
to running, man. My bad. I get to running.
So the thing that the more about the CBA, other than the salaries, which is what I really think were the negotiations were about, was one of them was revenue sharing. Players will now receive 20% of the league's gross revenue, with the salary cap growing also to $7 million in the first year and adjusting annually based on revenue. So now there's not a permanent cap. It adjusts just like the NBA and just like any other sport, really.
Right.
The travel facilities, the agreement mandates charter flights for all team travel. Let me tell y'all something that you never prepared to see. When you're taking a red eye to Louisiana or to anywhere and you see 6'4" WNBA players just getting on the plane with you and they getting coached, and you like, wait a minute, y'all waiting on a flight like me?
I just saw the HBCU band the last time I was going to Atlanta, and I was like, damn, what, y'all gonna be on this plane with a bunch of regular people? Like, don't y'all need your own? And
they're not, because they're amateur, they're not professional.
I agree with you, but as a patron, I really was like, hey man, get all these children off this plane. I don't want to be on here. It's the same. It's anytime you travel as a team, you just think, hey man, y'all need to be somewhere by yourself where y'all can be together. Next, y'all all tall as hell. These regular flights ain't big enough for you. They're barely big enough for me and you. And we still relatively normal sized humans. So, nah.
So, yeah, and enhance the standards of the team facilities and staff. Each team will now carry 12 players plus 2 developmental players for this. So, all those times of those lottery picks not making the team and having to go overseas and all of this stuff because there's not enough spots, they've added to that, which is right. In the rookie, like you said, the rookie scale, but also the agreement also means that both the NBA and WNBA will facilitate league expansion with a 50-game season plan for 2027-2028, increasing to 52 games by 2029. So now, not only are they forcing you to invest in the growing of this as well, you now have to invest totally into the franchise, which is all they were really asking for, was to just invest in us the same way that you invest in somewhere else.
I would really like for I'd like for all of these things to kind of be vertical. So as you grow each team, you have an NBA team, WNBA team, G League team, and then I don't know, maybe like a W League team. And instead of it being 5-on-5, I could see them taking the unrivaled thing and go 3-on-3. And then maybe you have a roster of 6, like a developmental league of 6 players, and they play 3-on-3 or something like that. I think that would be dope too. Because there's just not
I
enough
thought,
spots.
oh,
There are not
go
enough
ahead, go ahead.
spots in the WNBA for all the good players to play. And that's the reason you have first round draft picks who are out of the league like in the first couple of months.
I had an idea when they had Unrivaled, because they basically took the model, and I'm not gonna say took the model in terms of copycat it, but it's very similar. It's the blueprint. They did what the big three did,
Right.
except for they used current players because the
Right.
WNBA, CBA was so bad. If I'm the big three and I'm unrivaled, I like the whole thing of things being vertical, like you said, and you basically can move your way up. Why not partner? Although I mean, it would be more of a big up for the big three versus Unrivaled, because I think Unrivaled made like whatever tens of millions of dollars in their
Yeah.
first year.
I think
But if
that
you could partner, that would be a really, really good thing for me, because you would also allow the development. I don't know if you're going to have a G League per se. I think you should. But with college basketball and NIL now, you have to figure that into it as well. But
I
I
mean,
do
what you
like the
got?
idea of
What,
being vertical.
12 teams, 6 girls, 6 times 12, that's 72 players. And I would not be pushing that if you were able to take all of these draft picks and play them. These are girls who we've watched play for 3 years in college and be really good, and then say, "Oh, well, you can't play in the WNBA because we don't have enough spots." There needs to be a place to keep those girls. Number one, I hate to say it, but we have to take everything into consideration with this new administration. We need to keep
Mhm.
good players in the country now.
Mhm.
Our relationships with other countries is not going to be great, and you want to keep players safe. And right now, the only way that is going to be reasonable is to keep them in the United States of America, because we have a president who's a lunatic. So we should find a way to give those girls who we've watched, because y'all know how I feel about college basketball, and I prefer the women's to the men's, especially since my team has gone home. So if we watch them and care about them for the last 3 years, then absolutely we need to find a way to have them be able to make money in America and continue to play basketball until they can get to the WNBA.
And still have a life. Be mothered.
Correct.
These
Right.
are some
That too.
things. Shout out to Allison Felix as well. She was one of the first ones to bring that whole issue up in track,
Yep.
and is now spilled over to other women's sports, and is forcing you now to actually pay attention and not try to copy and paste what you see with what men do, because there's a whole different set of challenges when it comes to women. Just like men have a whole
Absolutely.
different set of challenges. So
Absolutely.
like you can't cookie cutter it. You have to put in effort. And I think that's what the basis of this whole thing was just effort. So shout out to the WNBA. Shout out to Collier and all of those who bought into this and made it happen.
And stood up and made Kathy Engelbert, held her feet to the fire. And even moreover, doing the Unrivaled League really kind of pushed this forward. Sometimes you got to do your own work in order to make people respect you. And that's where I think they had Kathy by the proverbial balls, is either you have to do it or just give us the control. We've already done it.
Discernment. I had a joke, but discernment. But with that being said, shout out to the WNBA, man. Y'all got it done. And this is just the start. NCAA tournament. I can't believe you haven't watched. Well, I can't believe that you haven't watched any games because you don't watch any games other than Florida.
I watched us. Uh, we destroyed Prairie View, and then I forgot who we played before. We played Iowa, but I want to get right to this game. I'm frustrated. Number one, the Florida Gators, number 1 seed, lost to the 9 seed Iowa Hawkeyes. As y'all can see, I'm a little flustered right now because I think we should have won this game. I think we're a better team. I will say that we started out very slow on offense. I think that was a recruiting issue. I think that we got Xavier Lee, the kid from Princeton who was supposed to be a bucket, and for the vast majority of the season, he has not been that good on offense.
What? Well, not in this game.
Yeah, but even in this game, when we needed him to come up with a bucket at the end, he fumbled. The part that I did enjoy and I really appreciated was our defense is really top tier, was really top tier. I don't think that even though that defense that he was running the press was, I knew it.
Not good. Good.
I think that press got us back into the game, and I understand Todd Golden using that because it really helped us out. But I think, and I give him grace because he just won a championship. But I think that he should have, and the majority of people who you'll see commenting on this game said, hey, bro, you should have got out of that defense for that last possession. Now, to his credit, his answer was he expected to foul them and let them shoot free throws and potentially go to overtime. I think that was the wrong decision too. I think that you had really good defenders on the field. I mean, on the court. I'd have probably put Chinelu back in, but I would have just played straight up instead of that defense, instead allowed them to shoot that wide open 3-pointer. I have a new respect for Condon. I think that he is going to be a solid NBA player, and I have a new respect for Hall. I think that he's going to be a good NBA player. Those are going to be two rangy bigs. I think Condon is a 7-footer. He's going to be a solid player, and Hall, I think, could be really good, projected to maybe go to the Spurs. And that is very scary to me. Him and Wemby together, Carter Bryant, Stephon Castle, and Harper would be a very good, talented young core. But we lost, and I'm pissed.
I'm just so happy that y'all lost because it takes away from the fact that you don't watch basketball. And we literally went a whole year of saying basketball sucks and this, that, and the third. And then y'all won a national. Nope. I'll let
go
you
ahead.
Get off. Get
it up. Get your shit off.
And then y'all win a national championship, and it's orange and blue glitter everywhere. And let's go this, let's go that. It was just sickening to watch it, to listen to. All the reposts in the group of the stuff of the players that you didn't know. Like, we don't care. So to see y'all lose, to see y'all coach, who is a fiery coach, lose to a coach that he tried to get fiery with on the sideline was very entertaining. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When them Wahite coaches be going at it on the sideline, I'd be like, throw the punch.
Well, I think he was mad because the kid who hit the game winner also threw a punch. And he definitely threw a punch. And if you throw a punch, you should probably be ejected from the game. But at the end of the day, y'all know how I feel. Once you're a team that's in the echelon where Florida is, win or go home. It's that fucking simple. I don't care about nothing else. Did you win or did you lose? Y'all lost. Now go home. Now, as far as this, you're right. I don't like men's college basketball, but I do like my team. Baseball, you kind of in the same degree. I don't care about what the Milwaukee Brewers are doing. They can go to hell. But what I do care about is the Atlanta Braves. How about that? And
No.
moreover, I
Also,
noticed. Wait, I ain't done.
I wasn't either. You
I
jumped in. I wasn't
noticed.
done either.
I noticed that people be hating about me happy about my team. Y'all ain't even got no team. How you hating from outside the club? Y'all don't. If you had one singular team, then I could understand. And for the people who have college basketball teams, kudos, talk your shit. But if you don't even got a team, then you just hate.
Back to it. So the loss that Florida took, Chinyelu is how you say it. Chinyelu. That's where y'all lost. Y'all didn't lose anywhere else. Yeah, 0 points.
That's not his job.
0 points, 1 rebound. That's his job. 1 rebound, and I don't think he had any blocks. 0 blocks and 4 fouls. They put him in the blender for all 19 minutes he was on the court, and they caused him to foul, and that's what. And the fact that that boy was 4-6 from 3 from Iowa, 1 of 2, 2 of 4, and y'all were not.
I don't like that he subbed him out and just basically fouled him out of the game, especially when you
anymore.
Yeah, like we have enough bigs that if he gets fouled, if he fouls out, then fuck it, play the guys who you got. We didn't end up playing him at the end of the game anyway, so just play him. It's very difficult because I think that Todd Golden is one of the best coaches in college basketball right now, and he just came off a championship. So I give those people a lot of grace, but I do think that if you look back at what he did here, there's a lot of things left for opportunity, and that's just the truth.
He might be on his way out anyway. He could probably end up being in the pros pretty soon, but we'll see.
We just extended him last year. Yeah, once he won a championship, we just gave him money. Now you're right, but I mean, you ain't wrong either.
Where is he? Where's Florida? Outside Jacksonville, right?
No, it's North Florida, but not
North Florida.
Yeah,
Jackson. Not, but that ain't too far. That ain't a hop, skip, and jump away. Ain't but a hop, skip, and jump away from Orlando.
Oh,
right down the street. And when we get to NBA, I'm gonna tell y'all it's on the way in Orlando. It's on the way.
That is the one thing. It's tricky. It is because
Billy Donovan did it.
Now you want the truth?
It's time for him to go.
No, Billy Donovan should have kept his ass in Florida. Donovan. He's coached a bunch of years in the NBA, not to the same level of success he had in college. If Billy Donovan stays in college, then he's heralded as one of the greatest ever. And still tons of respect, but Billy basically got them two and got on. And I mean, Billy's an okay coach in the NBA, but not anything where you like.
Florida was never his goal. It was never his goal to stay there.
But
I maybe Todd Golden's goal, I don't know. But to me, you got to strike while the iron is hot. You are upset as you about to go back to back, which doesn't really happen often.
It was a stretch for us anyway. Our offense is weak. But what do you look at how do you sum up Billy Donovan's NBA career so far? And it's a long NBA career now.
Where is he now? Chicago?
Exactly.
Where was he now? Where was he before Chicago? When he went to
OKC.
Thunder?
Yep.
So the Thunder was interesting because they basically were in a rebuild. And he's a culture guy. There you go. That's how you sum it up. You got to build the culture around there, and then they move you on. And they brought in old boy. With Chicago
forever.
Wasn't Hoiberg there before?
I think he came.
Yeah, Hoiberg was there before Billy Donovan. Then Billy Donovan got there. Chicago was ass. They've been trying.
Bulls coach. I think Tibbs was the coach before him.
No, because Jimmy Butler and Hoiberg were there. Jimmy Butler ran Hoiberg out of there. or he ran Jimmy Butler. Either way, it was Hoiberg was there too. And
okay, so it was Thibodeau 10 to 15, Hoiberg 15 to 18, Boylan 18 to 20, and Billy Donovan 20 to present. Billy Donovan is 200 and 205 for the Bulls. And
who have the Bulls had? The general manager they've had to. Didn't they draft Patrick Williams?
Sure, but I mean,
they are, to me, as much as you like basketball, the Bulls are right on the precipice of turning the the next chapter. And I think what they'll do is they'll have a mediocre year next year. They'll be play-in ready.
7 years of mediocrity. 7.
And then they'll tell him, with millions of dollars and low expectations. Then they'll tell him to leave. He'll go somewhere else, Seattle, Las Vegas, one of those teams. And then they'll bring in the young coach. And then the Bulls he's a culture guy. He's Dan Quinn. That's his thing.
So my answer to that is, and you should have kept your ass in Gainesville and you could have been the king. Like, I don't want to be the
that's not my goal. I want to be in the NBA.
Well, yeah, those are two different things to me. Like, I don't want to be the guy who gets you ready to get married. I want to be the guy who you marry. I don't want to be like that. Ain't people have different goals, but I think I personally think that Billy Donovan should have kept his ass in Gainesville. Todd Golden, I gotta see, but I was
it ain't like he couldn't have came back.
I mean, I don't know. Billy Donovan to me doesn't have a career that you can say anything about. He's not done anything, unfortunately.
He was with OKC what years? He was OKC what, 18?
Yeah, a matter of fact, he has no accolades as a NBA coach. He was with OKC from 2015 to 2020, and he's been with the Bulls
as a head coach.
Yes,
they went to the Western Conference Finals, didn't they?
Maybe. I mean,
that was Russ.
The Durant Westbrook era ended 16.
Yeah, they're the year after the Western Conference Finals. Yeah, and they were up 3-1 against the Warriors, and then they blew it. And then KD went to the Warriors,
and that's it.
And he had James Harden there before, and they traded James Harden to Houston.
I don't. So what do you have for Billy Donovan's career? Like,
in OKC, it's justifiable to leave Florida, go to OKC, and then make it to the Western Conference Finals, and you don't think your best player is going to leave?
But what I'm saying
is, the team that you just lost to,
in the time that he's been with the Bulls, there have been multiple teams that have made the
Bulls front office is terrible.
So what are you still there for?
Money.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think he's had a very mid NBA career.
I think it's mid when he got to Chicago. I think OKC he was flourishing, and then he got the rug pulled out from under him. You take that job assuming that you have at least Russell Westbrook and KD locked in for the foreseeable future. You don't think that's just going to end in 1 year?
I think he should have stayed in Gainesville. Well, congratulations to him. Best of luck.
Of course, you should think to stay in Gainesville. Everybody should stay in Gainesville except for people that live in Gainesville.
I do not agree with that. I'm 1,000% not saying that. But I think that if you won 2 championships back to back and you're in a place that heralds their championship winners in a different way, and you're afforded all of the resources, and if you win a bunch of championships there, then you're right. He could very much so have been in the John Calipari, Rick Pitino.
So you would turn down a promotion. That's a promotion. Going from college to NBA is a promotion.
I disagree there. I think that there are college coaches, and I think there are professional coaches. I think that Billy Donovan is a guy who should have probably stayed as a college coach.
How do you know that you're not a professional coach without coaching professionally?
I think that's a personal decision. I think there are tons of guys. I think that Steve Spurrier is a college coach, not a professional coach. I think that Tom
Izzo. Why do you think Steve Spurrier is a college coach and not a professional coach?
Because that's where I think he better. Coach K. I think that Coach K was a college coach. I think that Tom Izzo is a.
Why do you? But if these coaches went to the pros, they're not college coaches because they didn't win. I mean, they're not pro coaches because they didn't.
All
win,
of them
right?
didn't. Izzo didn't go to the pros. Coach K didn't go to the pros.
I'm talking about the ones that did. The ones that did. They did, like Spurrier. You referenced Spurrier. He left college and left the pros because he didn't win. Right? He didn't win.
No,
I think the same way.
I think that Spurrier left because he figured out that this ain't for me. It's a completely different job. And I think
he didn't have success at it, right?
Where?
Spurrier, Saban, whatever college coach went pro and didn't have success. They didn't have success, right? Billy Donovan had immediate success. That's my point. He had immediate success when he went to the OKC Thunder.
Hey, this is what I'm saying is, number one, I don't think that everybody should stay in Florida just because I'm a Florida fan. I am not that guy. I'm not going to say that. But I do think that there are certain people who are college coaches, and I think that Billy Donovan should have stayed in college. If people think that he should have gone to the pros, I mean, that's their opinion. I ain't going to say you're wrong. That's just what I think. And Todd Golden, I think that you are young and at the beginning of something. If you want to take your hand at going to the NBA, I ain't going to hate. But if you look up and you're 15 years into your NBA career and you're Billy Donovan, I'm going to say, hey, man, maybe you should have probably kept your ass in college.
Sure, we'll just agree to disagree because there's no way I would. Didn't Pitino go pro? He coached the Celtics.
Pitino did.
There's no way. There's no way.
You think the Coach K should have went pro?
If that was his goal, if he won back-to-back championships and that was his goal, yes. If your goal is to be an NBA coach, yes, and you strike while the iron is hot. While the iron is hot. It's easy to look back in 2026 and say Billy Donovan should have stayed in Florida in 2014. Yeah, sure.
I always say, but this is the thing. Once again, if that's your goal,
I don't believe you. I don't believe you always said that.
My opinion. My opinion. If that's your goal, then my opinion don't matter in the first place. Do what you have always set out to do. But I think that some people set the wrong goals.
The reason I don't believe you said that, because there's no way you say that and you're in the Western Conference Finals of 3-1 and you say, you should have said college. That doesn't make any sense.
I disagree 1,000%.
Based on everything that you said, doesn't make any sense.
I think that, number one, if Billy Donovan stays in Florida, he is in the conversation for one of the greatest coaches of all time, like the rest of these guys. I do believe that. And I believe that going to the NBA, even if you go, number one, that team was already set up to be successful. And it is almost damn near impossible to go there and to be able to be considered with the names that you would want to be considered with, like you could in college.
Looking back, yes. In 20 whatever year it was when he went, I just think you're stepping over the fact that he had immediate success to go to the Western Conference Finals and was literally a Steph Curry 3 away from going to the finals.
Right, but okay. Yeah, I just look at it differently. I think that the college coaches, there are college coaches, and those guys, like, that to me is different than being a pro coach. And I don't see the, all right, well, I'm leaving. Like, I don't see, if Coach K left and went to the NBA, I don't consider that
if Coach K left Duke to go coach LeBron.
I don't consider that a step up or a promotion to me. I consider that a lateral move.
Yeah, we'll disagree. Then we disagree with that right there. You could save 15, 20 minutes. That if you telling me that you coach in college and you being a really good college coach, and then you have a chance to coach the best in the world and be successful at it, I think
that all of the top coaches in college, if they wanted an NBA job, they were gonna get it. I don't think that there was ever a point.
Two different things. I'm not telling you should go coach the terrible players.
No.
What I'm saying, Kevin Durant or
I think that Roy Williams If he really pushed it, he could have coached a really good team. Coach K could have coached a really good team. I think Mike Izzo, if he wants to, if there are teams that are available who lose their coach, then yeah, I don't like these are the biggest of biggest coaches. Yeah, Jay Wright,
Jay Wright,
Connecticut. Connecticut and them back-to-back champion. I mean, not was it UConn? No, with
ain't Jay Wright the commentator? Oh no, Villanova.
Yeah, that's it. Villanova.
Jay Wright's a little different. Jay Wright, because he didn't get the championship until the last 2 years of his career, right? He went back to with Brunson.
Yeah.
In a shot. Yeah, he was known as the forever failure. He was Gonzaga. He was Gonzaga before Gonzaga, if I remember correctly.
But I think that the majority of these coaches, if they really wanted good NBA jobs, when good NBA jobs came available, they would have them. You're not going to turn down Coach K. Look at how many coaches the Lakers have hired. You don't think that if Coach K said, "Hey, I want to be the next coach of the Lakers," they would have. Where, please and thank you. And you got to remember, these are also the same guys that are the head coaches of USA basketball. So they have personal relationships with all of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Nike. So yeah, if they wanted the job, they could get it. I don't think that these guys, you don't think that Dawn Staley could go coach wherever she want to in the WNBA?
Yes, I do. And if Dawn Staley won back-to-back and then decided it was offered to go coach Nafisa Collier, or she already coached Asia, but go coach Asia in the pros, and she went and left and coached Asia as a rookie and a second-year player and made the whatever conference finals they have, I wouldn't say, hey, 12 years later, you should have stayed your ass in South Carolina. No, you went to the pros.
I'm not saying that 12 years later.
The conference finals.
I've always said that Billy should have stayed there, but I also understand that my goals and what I think for people, that ain't what they believe. But I also think that Florida, there are certain places where I think that being a top coach there means more. I think it means more. And
you would have been the first.
I think Notre Dame is a place like that. I think Florida is a place like that. I
don't think Florida, in terms of what?
Athletics. Like, I mean, look at the guys.
I think being the best coach at, now this ain't a shot at Florida, but I don't think it's the same tier at all. When it comes to Notre Dame being the best whatever at Notre Dame versus being the best coach at Florida. I think Notre Dame's name is bigger than Florida will ever be. I think Notre Dame's bigger than most schools, SEC schools that will ever be.
Yeah, sure. But I think Texas is in that conversation. USC is in that conversation. It's certain places where, if I can be the man there, if I can be heralded as one of the best ever there, then I
don't think Florida's in the conversation. If that's the point, I don't think Florida's in that conversation with the rest.
The reason I'll use Spurrier as my case study. That's what I will say.
He left.
Yeah, I mean, after how many years?
I don't know. You tell 90.
By the time he left, by the time he left
because he went in the early 2000s. It was like 10 years.
He'd already won a national championship. He'd already won a Heisman Trophy there. He was destroying the SEC. Yeah, at this point, sure, whatever. I've already cemented myself as one of the best college football coaches of all time, and I'm a Heisman winner here.
Billy didn't do that.
Sure, I mean, but I think that Billy could have been Cal
or Spurrier
or Izzo.
Can you say the same about Spurrier?
Absolutely. I think that Spurrier should have kept his ass in Gainesville. I think that everything after Gainesville was a train wreck.
And then
even that, he still went to South Carolina.
I was in South Carolina. He brought them back from the.
That's the thing.
Another terrible joke. All right,
right. This is the thing is he went to South Carolina and never really was that good, but he's still the best coach ever at South Carolina. Yes.
They made it to the SEC championship game, if I'm not mistaken.
That don't mean shit for Steve Spurrier.
At South Carolina, it do. Yeah, it do.
I disagree.
That's early stages Florida. When he came from Duke and came to Florida, they weren't winning.
I 1000% I just no. I don't think that in the little bit I know about Steve Spurrier, going to an SEC championship with South Carolina didn't mean shit to that man. Did we win or are we going home?
Okay. I will just end that with I disagree.
Fair enough. But either way, Gators, it's rough. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I assume the players to either be going to the draft or to be finding new teams. So this is also may actually lead to your point. If you don't want to recruit a whole team, and I think he's gonna have to recruit a whole team, then he might move around.
Who, Golden?
Yeah, because I mean, your guys, your anchors on this team are going to the NBA.
All of them.
Right.
When I looked at that roster, I said 7'1", 7 feet, 6'11", 7'9". I was like, oh, okay, well, they all going pro.
And I do want to give a little credit to, I forgot the defensive coordinator's name, that black dude, but he's basically the guy who's been building defenses in college basketball forever, and this was his shining star of a front court. But I could see him moving if he don't want to do it. Next season will say a lot. If he comes back, then I think that he wants to stay. If he doesn't, then I appreciate the championship. In quick hitters in HBCU news, Prairie View A&M, they won their first NCAA tournament game against Lehigh. They won 67-55, led by Dante Horn with 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals, aided with Corey Wells, 19 points, 11 rebounds. And that was damn near it.
Yeah. 2 man.
Just keep it a buck with y'all. But congratulations to them. That means a lot. And I think that these games also get them a decent sized check. I know for Howard, it was at least $1 million, but I think it was a couple million. And Howard's men's basketball team won their first NCAA tournament game as well over UMBC 86-83.
Few things. Prairie View, shout out to you. Y'all had a hell of a year this year in the SWAC.
Basketball and football champions is massive.
Crazy. Shout out to Howard, that other school up there, the other HU. Y'all have had a crazy year in athletics. We've covered it extensively when it came to all of the sports. But I do want to give a shout out to the NCAA. Here's why. And I don't really shout out the NCAA often. Adding in this play-in game and allowing them to count towards program wins in the tournament creates an entire new enthusiasm to watch, right? For the longest times, and I still say this, I think Dawn Staley talked about it 2 years ago. We brought it up. We talk about it all the time. HBCUs win. That boy forgot to put the chaser. They brought the HBCU. HBCUs.
It's ice in here. It's just smoking me. Don't worry.
HBCUs always were forced to be like the 16 seed or the one, and they almost had or the 15 seed, and then you have Hampton in 2001 do something that's almost unthinkable, right? Or Southern in 1993 do the unthinkable, if I'm not mistaken, when they beat Georgia Tech. Instead of having them have to do almost the impossible, you allow them to play, get some experience in there, and then get to the tournament. Kind of like Norfolk State, if you remember when they won. So I want to shout out to the NCAA for this, allowing or creating, not allowing, creating the playing game and giving other schools, smaller schools, the opportunity to get the full experience. And HBCUs on the men's and women's side, including Southern University, are taking full advantage of it. Shout out to Howard. Shout out to Prairie View. It's only up from here. And Prairie View know how to allocate money to NIL because they've been winning. So, hey, man, I'm going to end my little thing off with please, please, please give money. All HBCUs, we are looking to partner with y'all to bring up some money to you. We always do the year you were founded. Hampton, 1868, Southern, 1865. $20 ain't much now. You spend more than that on Uber Eats. Go ahead and cook one night and donate that money.
You spend more than that thinking about Uber Eats, man. Spend some shit.
And send it to the HBCUs, man. Shout out to Prairie View. Shout out to Howard. Shout out to Southern. Shout out to all of the schools that won in the NCAA tournament. And the Gators lost. I really wouldn't even care if it wasn't for you.
I know.
Really wouldn't care at all.
And that means the world to me that I got people. That's my thing. If you had a team, one of my friends posted, but he has a team. He is a UNC fan. Cool. And I talk shit when him and Hubie lost. But for the people who don't even have a team, bruh, and I am very humble about my team. I am. We've been good all season. I ain't been talking the most trash. I have been very.
You don't like. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is clearly where y'all missed the boat with me. Y'all think just because I can't talk trash about my
by
team.
himself.
See, it make me see. This is what y'all want me to be the evil villain. Y'all want me to.
You are. You've been the evil villain your whole life, and then all of a sudden you want to turn over a new leaf on your team. That's what you want to do.
How am I turn over a new leaf? My team just won a championship.
The Gators suck.
The Gators
in football, y'all suck.
Okay.
The Gators suck at football. The Gators suck at football. You didn't care about basketball until they were good.
That's not true.
You never talked about it. You bashed men's basketball. We've had this podcast since COVID.
I can bash anything and still like my team. Oh, let me be very clear. It's the same way I feel about hockey. I do not like hockey. You want to know what I do like? I like the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we are kicking. See, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to remind you. Yes, y'all do. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be happy when my team lost. When y'all
yes, I would. I don't care that you like them. I'm happy that you lost. I think you're not italicizing you. You got to underline, bold, and italicize. You lost.
I'm just glad that I could bring people together, man. I'm a special person. You gotta
see.
Without me,
we've been friends since 2000.
Where would the world be, man?
And 11. You have talked shit to me about the Georgia Bulldogs since 2011.
When y'all was shit, but this is also when y'all were good. I also said, hey man, I told y'all before y'all won a championship. I said, hey, I'll be very honest. This team looks a lot different than the rest of the teams I've ever seen before. Isn't that exactly what I said? I said, oh shit, this is different.
But yeah, it's funny when you accept the inevitable. Like,
see, all right, this is the reason I'm gonna turn back into a demon. Y'all never laugh.
You keep trying. That's the point. You put this mask on like you didn't. You're not this person that we know you to be.
Okay. They want me to be the bad guy.
Tremaine. Am I wrong?
No.
That's gonna be my backup forever. Ain't no strategy.
He's going to care about everything.
Drop a bomb on everybody.
What? I didn't even know. Yes, I like but you know what? I feel like Tampa Bay is going to win the Stanley Cup this year. And y'all going to be sick of me. I'm going to have to be that person to remind y'all that, yeah, I cannot care about something and love my team. I be trying to hold it in the road because I understand it's just me, but that's fine. Y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna have to go purchase me a little mini Stanley Cups, and I'm gonna put them behind me. Then I'm like, damn, here he come being on the NHL bullshit. But Speaking of being on bullshit.
Hawks talk,
Speaking
baby.
of being on the bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good time to be a Hawks fan. We done got rid of Joffrey. We done had 11 game winning streak. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fantastic. And I'm feeling magical. Before we get to today, we're going to cover some things. We're going to start out with beating the Mavericks. 135-120. We dominated them. We're a better team than them. CJ McCollum, 24 points, 7 assists, 2 steals. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 22 points, 4 3-pointers made. Jonathan Kuminga, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Dyson Daniels, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Jalen Johnson, 17, 11, and 9. Onyeka Okongwu, 12, 9, and 4. We were playing good, egalitarian basketball. We beat the Mavericks. I'm going to tell you somebody who does not enjoy playing the Atlanta Hawks. Cooper Flag. He don't want no parts of it. It's not good for him. Dyson Daniels is the Cooper Flag irritant, and I love it. And this was a good win because the Mavericks can beat you if you play with them. Ask Cleveland.
So just come off a win. Yeah, they just beat Cleveland before.
Right. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I think that Cleveland is trick bagging. If you see the guys who they're losing to, there needs to be a silent alarm going off. But Cooper Flag, 17 points on 6 of 15 shooting, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 turnovers, 5 assists. Max Christie, 5 turnovers, 1 assist. PJ Washington, 3 turnovers, 1 assist. We played very good. I really like the way that we're playing. This was a game where you beat the team that you're better than.
Yeah, the thing that I took away from this the most, and you kind of touched on that point just now, was they ain't really got no point guard for real in Dallas. And with our backcourt of Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, then coming off the bench, Kuminga, plus be it now CJ McCollum, who is actually facilitating the ball, plus Okongwu, who can actually switch out on you sometimes. It's hell to pay if you don't have somebody that can facilitate offense for you. If you don't have somebody, unless you, of course, you have like one of the better scorers of all time, you don't have somebody that can. That almost came out wrong, by the way. You don't have somebody that
help me. Delete.
Edit point there. Right. But you don't have anybody to facilitate, and that has always been the issue, the growing pains with a Jason Kidd type team. He did it with Giannis. He's now doing it with Cooper Flag, where he has Cooper Flag bring the ball up, which is going to do wonders for his development going forward. But right now, when you play a team that has defensive backcourt in the ways that we have with Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dyson Daniels, along with wings that match up with you, and we like to run, ain't really much you can do. PJ Washington ain't gonna pass the ball. Max Christie's a shooter.
Like, now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of pushback here, and I have to, because Ryan Nembhard had 8 points and 12 assists and 0 turnovers.
I forgot about Ryan Nembhard.
And is he the future? No, guy's not that good. Is he probably a person who I tell y'all all the time, that's a good NBA rotational player. Him and his brother are good rotational players. He played out of his mind.
Is a starting guard.
Yes, but still, like, not a star, just a good rotational guy who you can pay a decent amount of money and can be good for you. But even if you have 12 assists and 0 turnovers, if you got 11 turnovers from Cooper Flag and Max Christie, well, shit, no matter what I did.
Yeah, I
every
sit on the bench. Every time he went to the bench, we went up by with a 10-0 run,
right.
12-0
Every,
run,
every
15-4.
everything that you did just gets cooked, and then we're not turning the ball over because we have been a very good, responsible team with the ball. I think that Jalen Johnson led the team in turnovers with 4, but he had 9 assists. That's still a 2-to-1 ratio for a power forward. That's all you can ask for. It's just this is a win that we're supposed to get against a team who is figuring it out, but when Cooper Flag wants to be Cooper Flag, he still has that opportunity. We're gonna move on and go here.
Got a lot to say here, boy, because I watched this game.
I have a lot less to say here. Rockets beat us 117-95. The Rockets are a better team than us. This was probably the most difficult team that we've played in this little run, basically since post All-Star. They're a better team with better stars. I wish we had shown up better, but at the end of the day, cut your losses, go home. They better than us. I would like to have a better showing, but a loss at the end of the day is a loss. And especially at where the standings is, and we'll get there in a second. If you lose by 30 or you lose by 1, either way, you lost. It's what happens after you lose for me. This was a bad game though. It was not fun to watch. It was a Kung Wu 6 points, 8 rebounds, Jalen 14 points, 5 rebounds, CJ 17 points, 2 assists, Nikhil 21 points. He kind of got it going, but 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And then Ricochet did have a very solid game with 16 and 6. He has quietly been putting it together kind of behind the scenes in a way that I truly appreciate. But we just got our ass cut. It's life. Flush it.
No, it's not life. So for me, watching this game, I watched it from beginning to end. We came out. The Rockets were playing good, but we were playing well. I think I even put in a group. I was like, yo, this is like the first what is it, 12 minutes a quarter? The first 10 minutes of the game, I was like, this is high level basketball. We were playing well, we were dishing, we were playing well. And Sangoon was doing what Sangoon does because he's taller, but we were running him out of the gym. He was tired. And then what frustrated me, and I put it in the group, and I think I put it in our group. Dyson Daniels had his, I ain't gonna say it's his worst game.
It's close.
The worst type of game that he has.
3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 steals.
He gets extremely, extremely timid. There was a fast break where we had a chance. First off, Okongwu, the whole game we were off. Outside of that 10 minutes, it's like we were kind of smelling ourselves a little bit. Okongwu got a steal, lollygagging down to go dunk the ball. Reed Shepherd sprints 75 feet across the court and blocks his shot. That energizes the Rockets, and I think the game was relatively close at that point. It was in the first quarter. We had a bunch of turnovers or fumbled passes or just terrible execution of fast breaks and of half-court offense, all led, and I'm not trying to pile on, but all led by Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels messed up like 2 or 3 3-on-1 fast breaks where he just wouldn't shoot. And I'm not talking about shooting from the 3. He'd be at the rim. CJ McCollum did it a couple times. You're at the rim to lay the ball up, and then you pass it out to Mo or somebody to take a contested corner 3, but you're at the rim. And the Rockets don't have any shot blocking. That is one thing they don't have. Even when Clint Capella was there, Clint Capella, his best years are behind him. Yes, he's tall. He does still get rebounds. He gets a lot of rebounds, but you can manipulate him because he does not leave. No, I like that. I like that.
Well, keep that thing loaded, man. You don't know when he might have to pull out the chopper.
Well, he's on Houston now. So, but it's we played, and I said it, and I ain't gonna say the word, but we played scared. We played scared. Dyson was scared to shoot. CJ was. It it was like they had Wemby at the rim or Rudy Gobert, but there was just nobody there. And once that happened, and Dyson would drive into Sengun would just stay there, and he wouldn't go around him or nothing. He'd dribble out to the 3-point line, and then Sengun just stand at the dotted line. Be like, all right, well, now what you gonna do? And it was like, come on, man. Like, we didn't put any pressure on them, especially the third quarter. The third quarter was so bad. I think we got outscored by 17. Let me tell y'all, we lost by 22. We cut it down to 22. We were all down by 34 at one point. And Reed Sheppard.
That be my bigger issue is the 39-point third quarter. Those are Joffrey quarters for y'all who know. Giving up 30 points gets you smoked. Giving up damn near 40 points gets you embarrassed. And that's what happens when you give up 35 and 39 in the first and the third.
Well, KD got hot, but for the Rockets have figured something out. And Ime Udoka, as good as a coach as he's known to be, is very stubborn. He does not change a lot of things. He came in, and since they've started Reed Sheppard at the 1, I think they're like 9-1 or maybe 10-2, something like that. Well, they lost tonight, so maybe 10-3. But they're like really, really good with Reed Sheppard. And he, first of all, I didn't realize he was like 6'3", but he shoots so well that it opens up the floor. And now you don't have to have not Sengun. You don't have to have Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson was just running around. He was just everywhere. He was what Dyson did against the Warriors, which we'll get to. He was just
for everywhere. The most part, you need to double Sengun because he's so good as a passer and a scorer. You need to double Kevin Durant because he's arguably the greatest scorer of all time. So if you get behind on defense and they swing the ball 2 times, it's going to be in Reed's hand. Reed is going to shoot open shots. He is going to make them at a high clip. And that's the part that is tricky for them. Now, in the half court, it's a little different because they need somebody to kind of facilitate. But if they can get you behind and trying to get you to catch up, and the third pass is to Reed, he'll make it. He'll make it every damn time.
And of course, we couldn't rebound. So once we lost a rebound, and he started that 7. He ran that 7-foot roster of Tari Eason as basically your 2. And I was like, oh well. Once that happened, I was like,
and tougher than us, and better than us. And they're right. And they're bigger than us, they're tougher than us, and their best player is one of the best of all time. We didn't have it. Now, I do want to shoot Dyson a little bit of bail. I saw somewhere that he has the highest load of offense and defense. He has the 6th highest load in the NBA. And this is a guy who last year was just like, hey, I need you to be a defensive stopper. Now I need you to be a offensive facilitator and still be that level of defender. And he's only 20-something years old.
It's going to be shooting layups.
I agree, but if it's a lot for him, it's a lot. And if that was if that's who he was kind of coming out, then I would look at it different. But that was never his role. The leading point guard, facilitator, offensive organizer was never, I think, in his initial like career plan. And now it's like, nah, we need you to be the one and be good. And he's our best facilitator. And he don't give the ball up. Is the shot? Does it need some work? Hell yeah. The 3-point shot and the offense in general. But overall, he does a lot of things good. He just ain't perfect. But like I said,
that's cool. The motherfucker didn't shoot the free throws and messed up. I watched the game. I don't think you watched it. I watched it.
I did. I went back and
second. And the mother, I was like, bruh, if you had just went everything he did against the Warriors, he could have done against Houston.
I think I think he's figuring it out. And I think that the shot is bad, but he is also like, he's not Draymond. You can't turn your back on Dyson Daniels because he has enough speed and athleticism that if you do that, he would just go try to dunk on you or get to the bucket. And I think that that's one of the things where, Quinn has to say, hey, just go to the hoop. You're the size of a small forward. Just try it and shoot the free throws. But overall, we're going to lose this game probably anyway. We were due for a loss anyway. So to me, flush it. Then we come back and we beat Golden State 126-110. We cut their ass the entire game. They did not have Steph. They did not have basically anybody that mattered. Their starting lineup was Draymond, Santos, who most of y'all never heard of, Quentin Post, who y'all never heard of, DeAnthony Melton, who actually played really good coming off the ACL, and Pods, who I think is a scam.
That's their starting lineup, minus Steph. And your boy Glove Jr. That's the only two people that was missing.
Nate Williams had 19 points, 8 and 9 in kind of the throwaway time. LJ Cryer, people you never heard of. Pat Spencer, the insurance salesman, he had 18. No Porzingis, no Moses Moody, no Steph. That's a practice squad. This is a practice. But Okongwu, 6 of 5. Mohamed Gay into the starting lineup. I know people wanted to see Kuminga, but Quinn is trying to keep the rotations as kind of static as possible. Mo Gay came in and played his ass off, though. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks.
Boy, yeah, Draymond hell. He was giving Draymond.
The Sudanese Strangler don't play. He don't care. Him and Dyson are our enforcers. They don't truly too much give a fuck about what you got going on. Also, Dyson Daniels, this was a Dyson Daniels game, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. CJ McCollum, 23 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Zachary Ricochet, another good game, 17 points, 2 rebounds, 3 3-pointers made, and 1 block. We are better than the Warriors Zombie Squad for sure. This is another game where we beat the team that we were better than, and that matters.
28, 7 and 6, 4 steals, 12 and 17 from the field. Why do you think he had that? You want to know why? Because the first 10 minutes, the motherfucker started shooting layups. Now the 3, hey, I am
waxes and wanes.
You hit 2 threes, it is what it is. No, it wanes. It ain't never there.
Man, come on, man. Try to support the man. That's not.
No, listen, this tough love.
He might be 12 years old, man. How old is Dyson Daniels, man?
22. What I told y'all about Dyson, I said, if you're aggressive, nobody can stop you. The same shot blocking that the Warriors had at the rim is the same shot blocking the Rockets had at the rim. Nobody. Sengun is not a shot blocker. Dyson Daniels went right around the Warriors.
Actually, Quentin Post probably better than anything the Rockets got.
Well, then he wasn't there because Dyson scored like eight straight points to start the game. And I was
Dyson
like, bro, he just figured out that he's faster, he's taller. Draymond is their center, and he's the same height as Draymond, if not taller.
No. Quentin Post is their center. He's 7 feet
I keep forgetting about him, and he can shoot threes. But Dyson Daniels decided, and I think I like this for Quinn. I think Quinn did cut his ass in between those 2 games. I think Quinn was like, Dyson, we can't win, especially with Jalen being a late scratch. We can't win without you being aggressive. Even if you miss the floater a couple times, you have to keep people honest. This is something I've been saying all year with Dyson. Just shoot it. You in the paint, shoot it. If you miss it, I'm gonna be mad that you missed the free throw. Missed the layup. Cool, but you might get fouled. You might do something to cause a chain reaction. We could swing. We got all shooters besides you. Literally everybody on the team can shoot.
Right. I don't mind him shooting, but also at that height, just ball on the floor, make a move at the rim, make them foul you. You're still bigger and stronger than most people. And let's be honest, faster. And it's not like you're not good with the ball. Just make a good move at the bucket. This is what other people have made careers out of. Is just doing that and getting fouled and going shooting free throws. But he's 23 years old. Kid's trying to figure it out.
MVPs.
I'm saying that like as he figures it out, and this is the reason that you want Quinn because he's a developer, is you got to get this guy to be in. I mean, whatever it is for this season is kind of this season. What you want to go into next season and think to yourself is that Dyson Daniels can be one of the better players in the NBA. Somewhere in the top 100, I want to say on the better half of 50.
I mean, yeah, you work on shooting, but we talking about trying to win these games now. And for us to win these games now, you have to shoot the layup when it's available. You too, CJ McCollum, all that getting to the rim and then about to lay it up and then pass it out to the corner. I thought that was a Quinn thing. I thought
Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga did that, and I saw Quinn almost have an aneurysm.
Quinn Snyder, I thought that was his scheme. I thought he wanted penetration, pass it out. He was no. Every time we do that stupid shit, he called timeout. Like, what are y'all doing?
and it is you want 2 feet in the paint and then spray it out. But the other part is the advantage of our team is we're tall. So if you've done the work, you've done all the difficult work. And if you watch college basketball, me and Pagan watched them yesterday, and you just see how many kids are not pushing to at least look like I could potentially score. That's half the damn battle is you don't actually have to even think, oh, I'm going up here to lay it up. But at least put the pressure on the defense where you're looking at the basket where they have to at least honor and respect. Oh, well, if he wants to, he could go here and attempt a shot. But you see so many folks back to the basket, not anywhere in position to be able to shoot a shot. That's the thing. And that's a youth thing. But we beat Golden State. Great job. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to stop here for a second. This win and the last win, as me and Reggie was talking about, and I think you got it after I told you, but biggest games of the season. We have effectively stepped out of the play-in. And I cannot remember the last time we were not fighting for our lives to either get into the play-in or try to get to the top of the play-in. Right. This game was vitally important. Then tonight, we don't have a graphic because the game just ended. We bludgeoned the Memphis Grizzlies 107-146. You heard that right. We beat them by 39 points. This is another
that close.
No. 32 points in the first quarter. I ain't even going to tell you what they had. 32 points in the first quarter for us, 39 points in the second quarter. In the quarter where we typically do the absolute worst third quarter, 45 of them things. And then 30 points in the fourth quarter. If you score 30 points in every quarter, you have a high propensity to win the game. And we destroyed them. Now, is this a good team? No. Is everybody out?
No.
Yes. But we've also been a part of Atlanta Hawks teams that lose to teams that we should have beat. And nights like this
about this streak.
And nights like this, you got to do yourself a favor because the Pacers did us a favor, beat the Orlando Magic, and then also we had San Antonio do what we needed them to do and beat the Heat. State of Florida lost, and we needed that. We are in a dead heat. Might as well go there now, huh? We are in a dead heat in the Eastern Conference. This is yesterday, so this is everything. Every team everybody who play either has one more loss or one more win. But the Magic and the Heat both taking L's is good for us. The Raptors, I think, play tomorrow, and they play a difficult game. But it feels very good to be in.
They're playing right now. They're playing the Jazz. They're about
and they're
30.
Smoking them. But then I think they play somebody else tomorrow, or maybe that's later in the week. But either way, and the Raptors are a really good team. For us to, yeah, Out of all the teams ahead of us, they are probably the most scary to me just because of the matchup style more than anything. Especially,
Yeah, we can't beat them. I fully believe we can't. We
I
can
agree.
beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 7,
Skip
8,
them.
9, 10. We can't beat the
I
Raptors.
don't
We
want
can't beat them.
I don't want no smoke with the Raptors. And that's a testament to them being good. And I mean, but everybody else can be had. And I think that that's best case scenario for us. Run this for y'all who are listening. Pistons at 1, Celtics at 2, Knicks at 3, Cavs at 4, Raptors at 5, Hawks at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets us out of the Atlanta Invitational, as they call the play in, because we play it every year. The 76ers have been struggling. The Magic, they don't seem to be getting along the greatest and figuring it out. The Heat don't have enough offense. And the Hornets just did not do themselves any favors early in the season. But whoever gets them is going to get a headache. Out
Yeah,
of
the
all
play-in actually would be fun.
it's going to be fun, number one. And whoever, I think the Hornets probably can win 2 games and get into the playoffs. And Pistons, y'all probably don't want to play the Hornets because they can score a bunch of points. And y'all can't.
Well, they don't like each other. They don't
That
like
too.
each other. They fought. I wouldn't want to play them because they're going to be motivated. And Cade is out with a collapsed lung.
So even when
And
he
he's
comes
out
back,
indefinitely.
I think he comes back before the playoffs. But even if he's not going to be in great shape, and they don't have a lot of scoring outside of Cade and Duran,
There's
everybody
only
else
11 games left in the season. So he comes back from a collapsed lung in 2 weeks. That would be fantastic. Because they playing
yeah,
every other game.
that's what I
Every other
saw for the
game.
prognosis. But he's not going to be in shape because he hadn't played basketball. You can't run. So yeah, if you don't run for 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to have to find your win. And you don't want to find your win against Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Juan Canepo. That is the worst place. Because you want to know where you find your win? Chasing them around the court. That's what you're going to do. And Khan is going to make them shots. And LaMelo is going to be Pistol Pete Maravich Jr. And you're going to be like, I am frustrated.
And then Brandon Miller going to dunk on you.
Right.
Yeah. But I think the Pistons are built to weather the storm because they rely on defense so well. But this is interesting from a seeding standpoint. I would like for the Hawks to stay out the play in and stay at 6. I don't really want to go to 5. I mean, I think we could beat Cleveland, but because Cleveland doesn't have the depth that we have. But I think we match up pretty well with the Knicks more than we do Cleveland because Cleveland's taller. The Knicks do have Cat, but Cat don't play in the paint. And then Mitchell Robinson can't do nothing outside the paint.
1 second. I agree with you mostly, but Cleveland cannot be trusted. They are not playing good basketball. They're skating along. And I told y'all, I think they're a scam. I feel very confident that they are a scam. And the reason I think they are a scam is you lost to the Mavericks, you lost to Orlando, you lost to Boston. You were in a dogfight against the Pelicans. You only beat the Pelicans by 5 points. You only beat the Bulls by 5 points. You only beat the Bucks by 7 points. That's not winning basketball. This is not the highest payroll in the NBA. These last 4 games are wins in the winning column. They are losses. Big losses. You're supposed to beat the hell out of the Pelicans. You're supposed to beat the hell out of the Bulls. And you're supposed to beat sure as hell supposed to beat the hell out of the Bucks with no Giannis. You having to play your starters deep minutes against these bad teams, I think that says a lot. And the best part is
you combat height with muscle. Zion had his way against the Cavaliers.
Right, but this is the thing. Like the worst wins are the trick bag wins where you believe, oh well, we're winning games, so we're good. These are not. These last 4 games are terrible against terrible teams. Now, sure, you get credit for all right. We beat the team in front of us, not convincingly. Knicks in the same thing, but I believe in the Knicks a little bit more.
I think they're tomato for me. I the Knicks.
But let me tell you, Cavs, if y'all get the Raptors,
Yes, it's a rough day for you. Anybody get the Raptors? The Raptors match up with everybody.
They gonna get somebody fired. Because as I think that we could beat the Cavs, I feel very confident in the Raptors. And if y'all lose to the Raptors with the highest payroll in the NBA, fired. Multiple.
Speaking of fired, the play-in tournament is gonna look good. The 76ers are cool. This is where I was talking about earlier when I said Orlando lost to the Pacers. Mosley. I told y'all a long time ago. Matter of fact, I said it on this show. I was like, bro, he gonna get fired. They was like, no, he was coach of the year or coach of whatever. I said, bro, he's gonna get fired. Paolo don't like him. And that came out. Paolo don't like nobody on that team, what it seemed like. And then now they're losing. So you couldn't fire him before because he was winning. We've seen this before. I think it was it the Hawks coach who went to the Bucks and they fired him to get Budenholzer. Like you see
over the
it
last 10. That's not how you want to go into the playoffs.
Into the playoffs. You were in the 5 seed. They were picking you to be a top 4 seed this year. And you are now in danger of getting to the 10 seed, which is one and done, which means you would have to play Orlando. I'm sorry, Charlotte.
Yeah, the Magic. I think the Magic biggest thing is that Desmond Bane trade is going to haunt them because it's so many picks, and they kind of got hit with the same thing that we got hit with when we went to the Eastern Conference Finals, where it's the immediate expectation is next season y'all got to be substantially better, and you might not be, and that's what kind of has happened to them. Is the Pacers have been out of it. So you expected them to be better than the Pacers, and then Jason Tatum is out of on the Celtics. So you just expected the Celtics to fall, kind of
shoot a bail. You got to shoot bail. I think it's the first time somebody came back that fast from Achilles.
I don't care about Jason Tatum. It's what Jaylen Brown has done in the meantime. No, I predicted the Celtics to be in the play-in, not to be the number 2 team in the East with nobody. Jaylen Brown is the MVP of this season. I don't care what award y'all give to anybody else. There is nobody that's more valuable to a team than Jaylen Brown to the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I agree, but that's not what the award is anymore. The award is the best player on the best team. So that's how it's always going to go.
He is the second best player on the second best team in the East with nobody else. Everybody else is playing with somebody else who's really good. Who's damn near like a world beater. Everybody else has a world beater. And Jaylen Brown has Derek White.
Don't matter. You also said he has the best coach in the league too, right?
I mean, after this season, hell yeah. I don't know. I got to give credit to somebody. I don't know who it is, but whatever it is over there, it's something. But either way,
I tell you, it's Brad Stevens. But yeah, it's gonna
shout out to getting out of the way for black people, Brad Stevens.
But it's SGA. I mean, it's gonna be SGA or your man Luka because the West is crazy right now.
As we move right into the West.
Yeah, you great transition. OKC is number 1, and of course, it's really OKC in San Antonio, is what we thought. And then the Lakers figured it out, and they figured it out. And now Luka has scored 140 points in 3 games. And they are now firmly in the number 3 seed after beating the Rockets twice in a week. And it seems like they could go on a run.
So
we ain't there yet, Kev.
I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna come back to this because it's very important. But I gotta show the Luka stats here. He only played 19 minutes against the Pistons. They had 17 points. Magic 33 points. Heat 60 points. Rockets 40 points. Yes, that means on the 18th and 19th combined, he scored 100 points. 100. Then he gave the Rockets 36 points, the Nuggets 30 points, the Bulls 50 points, Timberwolves 31 points, Knicks 35 points, and the Pacers 44 points. Hey, man, anybody can get it. And everybody has. Now, number one, to all y'all who have ever put Trae Young and Luka Doncic in the same category, I'm gonna need y'all to lay it down. I need us to end that discussion. It's over. It ain't even close. The only thing that we can say about Luka right now is he is one of the most prolific scorers to ever play basketball. One of the best to ever do it. And he is the lead dog in LA.
He's the lead dog in Dallas.
That too. I fucked my money up. Now I can't re-up.
Shout out to Dallas.
And as good as Cooper Flag can be, he is never going to be as good as Luka. I hate to tell you.
As good as Luka. I don't think he'll be as a complete player. I think Luka is more of a complete player than Cooper Flag.
I agree.
I think the Lakers have figured it out that, hey, LeBron, and this is not a shot at LeBron, even though everybody at the barbershop thinks I hate LeBron. It's not a shot at LeBron. You're 41. About to be 42. Y'all were arguing with me that, hey, LeBron is 41, not 42. He is in his 42nd year of life. He just got to get there. We in 2026. He was born in 1984. Math tells me. But either way, he's just, you give the ball to Luka because Luka has the unique ability to shoot over almost anybody, whoever it is. And now that you've added in the travel and you can step back, he's almost unstoppable.
It's not a travel, that's a 0 step.
That's a travel. They've made it legal, but it was a travel all the way
like the rules changing
the 0 step. But they did. They literally changed it. And the fact that now LeBron is your third best player because they play through Austin Reeves now, Luka and Austin Reeves, and they let LeBron stand in the corner or go to the elbow and be in the dunker spot or get the ball on the run instead of putting him at the top of the key with the ball and then figuring it out, has unlocked that team. You basically replaced Rui Hachimura with LeBron, if you think about it, in the spacing of that team. And now, all of a sudden, when you give the best player on the team the ball and you give the second best scorer on the team the ball, and then you give the old dude just go run around and be smart, be a coach on the court. Now everything looks a lot better. 140 points in 3 games is crazy. I think you read the list backwards. But it was actually 40. It was 60, 40, 33. 133 points in 3 games. First of all, Rockets, for all the defense that y'all champion, cut y'all ass. And all teams, y'all have to know, as a Hawks fan, I know that when we talk trash to LeBron during them years in Cleveland, in 10 straight years, we were going to lose because LeBron takes it personally and he's going to beat us because you talk trash.
No, he was going to beat us because he was better than us. You might as well at least talk some trash.
No. LeBron took nights off against the Hawks until we started talking trash, and then he would sweep us. The same thing happens with Luka.
You're going to lose.
The same thing happens with Luka in Houston. Oh. They were talking trash to Luka. They gave him the
And in
middle finger.
Orlando, Gogo Batadze, you better leave that
I was
bitch.
about to get there. They gave him the middle finger in Houston. They
Hey,
talked trash about him. They said all the things, and he scored 60. And he looked at, and I knew when he hit that step back three and looked at the crowd and started laughing, I said, "Oh, this is gonna be for the rest of the night." And 55 points later, it was for the rest of the night. Well, actually, I'm sorry, 95 points later, it was for the rest of the night. And then he goes to Orlando, and you start talking about his family. You look.
time out. I'm gonna give y'all a little insider trading. Y'all know what they say. The real answer is it ain't got nothing to do with nobody. What nobody said.
Smack him?
Say his old no. They said since his old lady asked for that divorce, he been torturing people. He said they say his old lady asked for a divorce and moved back to Slovenia, I think.
Well, okay. Well, if you want to go down this road, they were at a fork in the road a long time ago, and he went with the new produce. So the old produce,
He'd have had trouble with women in his life because remember him and his mom was on the outs for a long time.
Well, yeah, she tried to catch. Yeah, you be out too. I'm trying to keep my name, image, and likeness, basically.
I'm not saying that he's wrong, but I'm saying there is an unfortunate string of events, and it seems like this time he's been able to channel his anger into destroying his opponents. So y'all,
I don't know if it's about anger. I think it's focus. I think he was going through this the whole year. He went through this the whole year, and then it finally got finalized. She moved back, and boom, 135 points later, they in the third seed.
Hey, Batadze, let me tell you one thing you better do from now on. Shut the fuck up.
Boy, you better be glad Luka liked the smoking drink, because if he was in shape, he would have dunked on you.
Nah, that's another thing. That's another thing. If y'all looked, they have done the before and after. When he got to LA, what he looked like, and what he looks like now is completely different.
Fair. In shape, he's not athletic. Like he was dunking his rookie year. He's dunking on people.
Yeah. But I mean, if you look back at that group of people, all of those guys have they've lost the step. Same thing we say about Trey. Same thing we say about John. They ain't got that same burst that they have. But Luka's thing was, I was never built on athleticism. I was never built on speed. And now I have the experience and wisdom. And I mean, the referees I'm the man, so I get the Jordan calls. You combine all of that, and yeah, I don't have to be as fast and jump as high.
And then you have LeBron, and you can throw the ball to him whenever you need to. And Luka has wild talent and has also went to the finals with Kyrie, right? Went to the finals with Kyrie?
Yes, correct.
And then he went and now I ain't gonna say he decided to go to LA. Shout out to you, Dallas, and then got traded to LeBron. So when you combine talent with team, then all of a sudden it becomes 100 points in 2 games.
But I don't want this to get lost. I still think the Lakers are a scam. I think that they're a better scam now, but I still don't think that they want to see OKC or San Antonio. Now,
what? Who wants to see OKC or San Antonio?
Correct. So this is where the LeBron situation, the LeBron situation for this season is relatively easy. Is all right. I'm going to defer to the young guys and let them flourish. That's one thing. The next season,
max contract.
See, there you go. What I tell y'all, it's not just it's about the money. You're gonna have to now get paid like right now. You're getting paid number 1 money, number 2 money. So it's fine. You stealing right now. You third option, number 1 money. Next year, you're gonna have to take a substantial pay drop if you want to stay here.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, and he already said he wants max money, so I don't know where he could go other than like Portland. But I don't.
He ain't. They ain't got no planes for him to go to Portland. He
I know
ain't.
I was being facetious. I was being facetious. I
So,
know he's
but
going to 2 places.
he's no. I don't know. Maybe that is the answer, especially if the Cavs get put out by the Raptors. But I don't think that's
you spend the money for one. If you have a chance, you have the chance to convince LeBron to do it again in Cleveland because you already have James Harden. Now you're gonna have to trade because you have to do a signing trade because you don't have the money to
how.
pay. You have to trade somebody. You can't pay all of them unless LeBron pay for $10 million, which he
So
already told you not doing.
this is my clarification. Evan Mobley, James
54,
Harden, Spider Mitchell,
42,
LeBron James,
45,
Jared Allen.
106.
Who are you trading?
Evan Mobley.
You can't. He's the
No, you
best
can't trade
asset.
Mobley. He's the youngest one.
He's the only thing.
Well,
He's
it's
the
not
only
Cleveland. Well,
thing you
LeBron, you're a Laker or a Clipper, one or the other. So you're gonna be at LA, one way or
Warrior.
another.
He'd be a Warrior. He could be a Warrior. But yeah, Cleveland just doesn't work because right. So if you're in LA, you gotta take 30 million. I think it's probably your best play.
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
think
there's only 2 places I had: LA or Cleveland. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Warriors.
I don't think the Warriors. What?
You trade.
I mean, he would have to trade.
Jimmy Butler and Moses Moody.
That might make the Lakers better. And that does nothing for. I mean, whatever. I ain't about to try to speculate on what LeBron gonna do because we don't know what LeBron is gonna do. But the Lakers are pretty good. The Western Conference. I don't even talk about the top 2 teams, even though OKC is now getting Jalen Williams back after 5 weeks, fully rested off a hamstring.
And just
the
enough time.
Spurs.
Hold on.
Yep.
And just enough time to get into playoff shape. That is
Yes.
a problem.
Now the Spurs, as good as they are, they have looked human. They went, and even though they've been like 9-1, 10-1 for a while, for like the last 20 games, they looked almost unstoppable. They had like hiccups against the Knicks, where they got blown out, but they are.
OKC and the Spurs have lost. Well, let's just be clear here.
10-1, right?
Okay, OKC, the Spurs, and the Lakers have lost 2 games in the last 30
combined.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they're
3 teams,
right.
2 losses.
Yeah, I mean the Lakers playing out of their mind. OKC is who it is, and Big Vic is Big.
And
Vic,
they're playing teams. They're playing teams. Like I feel how you want to about the Hawks. We ain't playing the level of talent that they're playing and winning. They are doing it convincingly.
They're in the West. You ain't never gonna do that in the East
until
the
no
East
rest.
is better.
Right. I mean, the West is fun. I mean, the East is fun though. Let's be everybody about the same.
Yeah, it's a difference, but that ain't changed the fact that sure it's fun to watch, but we all know more than likely whoever comes out of the West, which could be a legit 5 teams.
Oh,
6.
So.
I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I strongly disagree.
6.
I think it can.
6
I think it can be 2 teams, and the rest of y'all is just trying as long as you can for whatever you can. Lakers barbecue chicken, Rockets barbecue chicken, the Nuggets old, Timberwolves they trying, but they ain't got it. They're gonna have to reconfigure. Definitely not the Suns. The Clippers just happy to be.
I think I don't know who
just happy to be there.
Yeah, I all them playing. I said 6. All them other ones can go, but I think the Nuggets are proven. I think the Rockets are unproven, but again, playing Reed Shepherd opens up the floor a little bit for them. Although if you play against Vic, it's tough. And then the Timberwolves, I think, probably match up pretty well with OKC if Ant play, But now the Lakers, I mean, Luka's a wild card. Luka could go for 100, and then he could cry after the first quarter. And
the issue is, as good as Luka can play, he's not going to outplay Victor Wembanyama. He's not going to outplay SGA.
Well, they don't have a center, so they're not going to be able to. I mean, they got Jackson Hayes, so they're not going to be able to place. That's what the Lakers are able to do in this.
They got DeAndre Capella.
Oh yeah, okay. They can't really. I didn't mean it that way, but what I'm saying, I don't want to lose my point. What I'm saying is they're going to lose the center back.
Gave that man pinata treatment, yo. Yeah.
That's
sure.
your fault. That's his fault. You the one said they want me to play like Clint Capella. JJ said yes, and then all of a sudden they 9-1. Like, duh, bro, just be tall. We don't need to do nothing else. We got everybody else can shoot. We just need to be tall. But I don't think that nobody outside of maybe Minnesota and the Rockets. I'm sorry, Minnesota Rockets and Denver have a center. To be able to challenge OKC and Big Vic. Those are the only three teams that have centers that can stick with them in the paint, is what I was trying to get to.
Go ahead.
I don't believe in you didn't dominating. He looked in the mirror and said, yo, bro, you're not that guy. DeAndre Ayton on realizing his role with the Lakers. First off, did you hear the fact that they said DeAndre Ayton has multiple personalities and not in a schizophrenic way, in a I make them up way?
I believe it. Everything that is said about him, I believe.
It's true.
And I don't want this to be perceived in the wrong way, but I think he might have some type of disability.
Disability?
You know how when you in high school, you know who be in separate classes, and then we get out into the real world,
and they just release him?
Yes. I think that's why he's really good at basketball, because that's where his sliders go really up on basketball. But
like Fernando Mendoza.
Isn't
that what y'all said in the group? Y'all said that in the group?
I ain't said nothing about Fernando Mendoza because I just have learned to stay out of Indiana's business. But yeah, when it comes to Ayton, everything that I see, it doesn't make like the level of sense for me that I would have. But it's like he gets things later.
He does look like he got a touch of the DS a little bit.
Yeah. I think we all got it, but I think his is like everything kind of makes sense with the way that he lives and acts. Like the super juice he got to drink to be good, or sleeping on the air mattress, or I'm not Clint Capella,
calling himself Joshua,
or dominating. All of these names that you make up is wrong. But I think
stupid is that tattoo. You got that tattoo, and then they start calling you Clint Capella.
And you're not as good as Clint Capella. Clint Capella, I think Clint Capella was insulted by that, but I think that it gave Clint Capella the respect that I think that I have said that he's deserved for years. Well, I said Clint Capella a lot better than y'all think he is.
Proven. I think it's showed that he had more respect than most people thought.
I agree.
Everybody else was like, hey, now.
He's up, big dog.
You not him.
But I think that I really do like Ayton as a back. Like, he's a 2K monster. He has a full complement of offense and
Travis Outlaw.
You're correct. You're correct. But what I'm saying is he has a full complement of offense and defensive skills. He can literally do everything. His mental is the only place where he comes up short. And I hate to say that about another black man, but that's the only place where he just doesn't get it done. Like, if you look at him, he can shoot the 3-ball. He can shoot the mid-range. He's big enough. He can dominate in the paint. He's a good rim protector. He can move his feet. He just doesn't. He can't put it all together. And it sucks. Because let me tell you, a guy who I always want on my 2K team is Ayton. Because then once you take out that part, he's unstoppable.
What's his name? Monty in Phoenix? He was right. He was right.
he's his own worst enemy. He's kind of like he's like a different Ben Simmons, where it's like, bro, if you just really just locked in and played basketball, you could be one of the best. Like Clint Capella Clint Capella never have all the skills you have, but Clint Capella knew what to do and he did it very well, time after time after time after time. As soon as that ball went in the rim, Clint take off. Ayton just doesn't. I don't know if it's the people around him, his personal identity, it's his ego, bro. And I do appreciate what Clint said. He said, bro, you got two of the best facilitators of all time. You need to lock in. And I think that if he ever did that,
coming out of him.
Right. If he ever did that, then he could. I think that there is a world where he's the second best player on the Lakers. I think that he's the second most skilled player at this point on the Lakers. He's more valuable than Austin Reeves. Ideally.
I was like,
okay, so let me clarify because I know that Reggie will clip that and I'll get jumped. Ayton's skill set, I can see the wheels turning now, brother. Ayton's skill set is valuable. His size, his ability, but Austin Reeves, when I don't have an ability, I find a way to influence the game, and that's the difference. I think if Ayton just focused on doing the difficult things, if he did all of the things that nobody else wants, if he was to be able to like do what Draymond does and say, "I'll just do all the things that suck," then he'll be fine. He'll be a world beater.
I mean,
set good screens, rebound the ball, and that's the unfortunate part about him is it's just ego and mentality. It's not skill set, and that's the reason that it sucks to watch him play because you're like, bro, you got it. You just don't play like it.
He'll be good next year for somebody else if they don't keep him. No matter, come be a backup center at the Hawks.
If you're the Lakers, if I don't. The things that he said, he talks himself out of everything. Like, I don't think the Lakers should be considering not paying him because how are you going to find a guy that good? Isaiah Hardenstein, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say it. I was like, shitting me. You get somebody that does.
Bring your simple ass to Atlanta and try not to be Clint Capella, dog. I don't know, man. I just want to see him. I want to see him be good, but he just kicks his own ass, and I'm like, bro,
I don't really care. I was always done at air mattress. Once that happened, I was like, oh,
that air mattress story is one.
Them screws is
for the
fuck loose. They stripped. Them screws stripped.
Moving on.
Ain't there no more.
LeBron, in very surprising fashion, says that he is no longer interested in being an owner, nor is he interested in owning the Las Vegas NBA team. This was shocking to everybody because I think that we had all assumed that the Las Vegas team was the LeBron team.
I said it in the reel that we released. I don't believe it.
Oh,
you can tell me all in the blue all you want to, bro. You tell me that now that you in the, and of course from, I don't know if it's conflict of interest or whatever, but I don't remember Tom Brady coming out when he was playing and saying, I'm about to buy the Oakland Raiders or I'm about to buy into the ownership of the Las Vegas Raiders when they move. But it was widely considered like, hey, this is probably a move he's going to try to do. I look at it the same way. You can say, LeBron, you have lied to us before. And I think you will lie again?
So many times.
Yes.
So many times, so many books. But it's like so many books. Why tell the lie? Just be like, hey man, right now I'm focused on winning a championship. To come out and say I'm not interested at all, but also
puts an end to
negotiation. No. You think it okay? I disagree there. I think that this is a negotiation tactic between him and Adam Silver. I think that it makes because the Las Vegas LeBrons is good for Adam Silver. And I feel like this makes Adam Silver, hey, have a call. Hey, what's going on, LeBron? And I mean, he also has this I assume victory tour, in the career thing he got going on, and I think it's a negotiation tactic and a good one, but I'm also surprised it came out of his mouth. I feel like that shook up the NBA a little bit quietly because I think we all thought it was earmarked for him.
I don't believe it. You don't have to. What do you say? Show me. Show me. Show me you not interested.
That boy said, "I'm from Missouri."
Leave LA and go somewhere else that's not 3 hours away from Vegas. Go somewhere else. Show me that you don't care about Vegas. I don't believe you. Don't believe
it. You think? No, I can't say the new ownership and the way that he's kind of done the Lakers.
Unless he's trying to like hold off and buy a football team, maybe that way he could be less.
He ain't got that. And they're not doing that anymore.
Have the whole thing. You could have ownership groups. That's how Magic got with the Commanders. But I mean, like you could have money. I mean, he's bought so many teams and increased the value of his brand so much, so that if he decided to buy a franchise, he could liquidate and not buy just 1 or 2%. He could buy a good amount of it. I think all the moves go for some type of ownership or something. Some franchise team.
I hadn't considered football. It just didn't seem. I mean, it's valid. They're more valuable, but I feel like long term, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. And this is the reason the NBA is a soap opera.
Before we wrap, 2 questions.
Shoot.
Bryce, I don't know if this is true or not. So 3 questions. 1 question with a sub question and then a second question. Is Bryce James really about to leave Arizona and declare for the draft? Was that AI? Was that fake?
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Boy, no.
I hope it was fake. All right, my second question. Talking about dominating. We give Zion a lot of flack for his extracurricular activities with a certain subset of individuals in a different type of work demographic. Dominating did the same thing, and we don't say nothing.
You want to know why? Dominating has played number. There are a couple of things. Dominating has not gotten caught up in foolishness. Zion has got caught up like in embarrassing type of photos, all of the different Mariah Mills things. He hasn't maintained his weight.
Mariah Mills, she's just crazy.
Yeah, but he was crazy about her and for her too. It wasn't no. He was into that. And crazy the other part is, you ain't fooling me, bro. He liked that, and he was over there doing things that he liked. He got caught up with another photo with another chick after he was with the other chick. Ayton actually plays basketball. He mostly be healthy. Ayton has played on good teams. Spurs team was good. This Lakers team is good. The only place where he really did not play on a team that was good. What did I say?
Spurs. Spurs.
Oh, yeah. No. The Suns team was good. The Lakers team was good. The only place where he was really in peril was Portland. And it's just been Portland. Ayton Ayton has actually been really good. We just don't have a lot of influence. And when the girl act crazy with Ayton left her where she was. She said she wasn't interested in going any further. He said, "Oh, well, I'm going to have to drop you off right here." Ultimately, that's the right discernment. Because even once she says no, even if she comes back and says yes later, then she could be like, I was coerced. He did the right thing.
You know, there's something called a Karl Malone Award.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, DeAndre Ayton won that.
I understand that. Sometimes It's just like something you see on the floor. You step over it and keep moving.
Ooh, man. Unless you don't have any legs or arms, and then you just shoot them. Hands up.
Then maybe they treat you like a pinata. But yeah, I mean, Aiden overall has been he's been a good enough basketball player. Yo, we got in this show right now. But yeah, overall, Aiden has been a decent basketball player, just making poor decisions. If Zion played as much as Aiden, there would be he wouldn't have a lot of the same questions he got.
Oh no. No matter what he did, the questions going
and the other part is Zion is on a max and still currently on a max and going to get paid $46 million. Aiden is not getting. Aiden got his little money and now he's paying for a very much more reasonable salary. Mm-hmm. Payment, salary, and expectation go hand in hand. They're going to pay Zion guaranteed $46 million next year. You don't have the same expectations as a man getting paid 10.
So because Zion's getting paid 40 and Aiden's getting paid 10, your off-season foolishness or during season foolishness don't matter.
Any foolishness. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And I mean,
oh Lord.
The Pelicans should look and say, hey, DeJounte Murray is the most valuable player on this team.
No.
Zion? If not him, then who?
Trey Murphy.
Hell no.
Kev, you ain't shit.
Trey Murphy has been available all season, and he played pretty good. As soon as DeJounte Murray has gotten back to the Pelicans, they've damn near been 7-3. If you think that Trey, and I like Trey Murphy, I think that he's one of the guys that partners very well with DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray,
he's the better asset.
Better asset, sure. More valuable player for your team, no. DeJounte is the guy who.
Good.
DeJounte is the motherfucker who stirs the drink in New Orleans. And as soon as he got back, they immediately became a legitimate team. Single-handedly. And beating teams that were respected last week.
Cool. We can end here. But Kev posted in the group how this man shoots a gun with no legs or arms.
Nope.